Hey guys, it's Tetor. Here's another episode of Salt versus Sodium. This is the latest video of our YouTube channel. I'll basically be discussing how salt is extremely toxic and not meant for consumption for any animal. So the previous videos I've been basically saying that how plants are not meant for human consumption. Salt is basically not meant for human consumption and is not even consumable for any animal because it's just toxic and just a waste product and it's just not good for you. And it's against sodium, and sodium is thankfully one of the key micronutrients. It is an electrolyte, basically part of the 15 essential micronutrients. So yeah, salt versus sodium is a one-sided debate because salt in itself is not sodium, and basically it'll just be me debunking that sodium is not actually found in salt. So here's the second slide. Salt. Salt is a toxic sea rock. Essentially, the first point, electrolyte imbalances occur from salt. So whenever you consume salt, um, there would be way too much sodium. You're getting 100 times more sodium than something like potassium, magnesium. Like the electrolyte ratio for minerals is way out of proportion. Sodium is way more. It's dominating the other electro conversion, and that is should not work because your kidneys wouldn't be operating at complete function, and you're not using the key micronutrients to its fullest potential. Number two is that sea animals filter salt from water. So you see a turtle, the turtle has specific kidneys because it's a sea animal. Is different from warm-blooded animals like humans and even something like lions, cats, and dogs, because their kidneys actually filter out the salt in the seawater from water. So these animals, these sea animals, essentially take only the water from the sea's water, the sea. They take the water from the sea, and they don't get the salt from the sea. Humans can't drink sea water because we're not designed for the sea at all. We're designed for the land. These animals are designed for the sea. So these animals, they just take the water normally, and they don't actually get any of the salt from the sea, and they just hydrate themselves without salt. So yeah, it is a filtration system, and that just shows you how toxic salt is. Not even the sea animals can actually take it because they themselves don't even consume salt as part of their hydration and electrolyte balancing. The last point is that it's extremely dehydrating and cell toxic. Salt, so if you have a teaspoon of salt, you put it on your tongue, it dries your tongue, it feels toxic, it's not good for you, and it shows you how toxic salt is. It's not meant for any animal consumption at all. It's just toxic. And it's cell toxic too. Basically from that example, when you intake salt in its raw form, or just a shit ton of sodium from salted foods, what's basically happening is that a few grams of salt that you're intaking like equivalates to millions of cells in your body dying out, killing themselves, and just essentially destroying themselves from the inside out. And that just shows you how toxic it is. From this example, halite, it's the rock form of salt, the most natural form of salt, salt, and it's natural from halite. As you can see, it does not equal to energy, electrolytes, and human sustainability, because that's not what salt truly is. Sodium. Sodium is a key micronutrient. Sodium in itself is basically one of the most, or just a key electrolyte that humans need to consume. One is that it is very healthy. It's a key micronutrient. If you don't have it, you literally can't be alive. If you don't have sodium, your kidneys wouldn't be able to function, your blood flow wouldn't be good, your energy levels would tank. So you can't just eat off potassium or magnesium, coconut water, bananas. You still need sodium because it's important. However, on the second point, sodium, as I said before, isn't bioavailable in salt. Salt has over 16 minerals, but it's toxic. It's not meant for human consumption. So you wouldn't be able to use any of those minerals, and your body will have to pay for it because your body has to use more minerals and micronutrients from the toxic salt. So Sodium in its natural form is actually like found in animal foods, specifically meat, dairy, whether it be like pork, beef, chicken, or like dairy like milk, cheese, yogurt, kefir. Sodium is found naturally in those sources, and that's a good thing because those foods have all the key micronutrients and is the essential foods for like the human diet. Like animal foods, like they kept us alive for millions of years. If we like stop eating animal foods, like even like the small amounts that like the modern diet has, even those like really small amounts, we literally die and like we be extinct because animal foods are required and they keep us alive. Like it doesn't just like keep us alive. It's like our life force, and like without our life force, we literally just be extinct. Lastly, the perfect electrolyte balance. Whenever you intake sodium from animal foods, as I said before, you'll get to see like more like electrolytes from the animal, being that you get more potassium and magnesium than sodium. You get the 600 milligrams of sodium slash magnesium to like 1,000 milligrams of it compared to like 100 milligrams of sodium. That is the optimal amount for humans. That is what we've been thriving on for like millions of years, and like now we've been straying from it, and that is the optimal amount. So like as you can see in this diagram, like this cow, the cow in itself has like naturally occurring like sodium. Um, the sodium in the salt is Na, and like the sodium turns into like electrolytes because the cow, like when it's like drinking like water or just like food in general from the electrolytes, it turns it into like an electrolyte, and like whenever we like consume the milk or meat from said cow or just like any animal in general, we'll get the electrolyte form of sodium and the most natural and like ideal form rather than just like getting sodium from like a sea rock, which is not actually optimal at all. So getting sodium from any animal natural source in itself is the best way for electrolytes and keeping yourself healthy. While on the other hand, you could see how salt is just a toxic sea rock that's not meant for human consumption and is very toxic and destroys our electrolyte balance. And as such, this shows how like modern media like about health is like completely wrong because they get like the most silliest concepts wrong, like such as saturated fat and like electrolyte balances. And this video proves how like salt is not sodium and salt is just toxic and sodium is like healthy. So yeah, thank you for watching Salt versus Sodium, my latest video. Yeah, peace.